a video on something that I just want to have a faff around with. So, 2 for 1 really, from my point of view. This is last year's Christmas pudding. It is out of date by a good 11 months. So I need to see how it is 11 months out of date. Generally, Christmas puddings improve with aging, but there's obviously comes a point where they goes the other way and goes off. So I need to taste it, see how it is, out of curiosity. And then also, one of my friends was saying she does quite a bit of catering, and at Christmas she makes her own mince pies for these catering functions. And she was commenting that the price of mincemeat to go into mince pies has gone almost doubled in price in the last year. She used to be able to buy cheap jars of mincemeat for about £1, and then now like £1.60, £1.70, £1.80. So I was kind of thinking, oh, that's kind of quite expensive for mincemeat. I don't make my own mince pies, but I was kind of curious that could we actually take some Christmas pudding and use that as the base for a mincemeat. So use the Christmas pudding as for the fruit element, the candied peel element of the mincemeat, and then add some apple to it, add some zest of lemon and juice of lemon, a bit of nutmeg, a bit of alcohol, and some suet, and will it make a mincemeat substitute? So kind of if you have got leftover Christmas pudding that you don't know what to do with, could we turn it into some mincemeat? Out of curiosity. So let's open up this. It's a dirty knife. I just cooked some cake with it, that's why. Christmas cake, that's what I had. So how's this? I just turn it out, cut it up. Now last year what I did do with the, let's move that away, I'm going to knock it over. I make enough mistakes in my life, I don't need to knock over the alcohol. So last year I did have some leftover Christmas pudding, and what I did do with it was I used it for the fruit element in a Christmas cake. So cut up the leftover Christmas pudding that's not going to want to come out of here, and cut it up and then mixed it into a cake, a rich fruit cake mixture as part of the fruit element of it. So cubes of Christmas pudding, and it worked really well. So that's kind of my thoughts kind of like there. I'm going to struggle to get this out. I will do this off camera. Right, I got it out. It did make too much of a mess. So let's give it a taste. See how it tastes when it's 9 months, well, 10 months out of date. It will be fine, I'm sure. That's fine, is that? Rather quite nice. So I'll cube that up, and then we'll get some things ready. And then we'll kind of put it together and see what happens. Right, so I have chopped up Christmas pudding. There was 1.25 kilos worth of Christmas pudding. Into that we put 2 apples, a whole nutmeg which I've grated, and there's about 300 grams worth of vegetarian suet, the zest from 2 lemons, and the juice from 1, and then alcohol. So this is, it'll be a concoction of all kinds of different alcohol. It will mostly be the juice that I squeezed out of some macerated blueberries that my friends gave me after they made some blueberry gin. So my friend makes blueberry gin, which is a simple case of macerating blueberries in gin with some sugar. And then he used to throw the fruit away, keep the alcohol and throw the fruit away. But he now gives me the fruit, and I squeeze the excess juice out of it, and then use the fruit in Christmas cakes, well, rich fruit cakes, and it makes delicious, absolutely delicious cakes. So that will have been the alcohol that came out of that. I just need I don't want any pips in this. So, and then the juice of 1 lemon, it was 100 millilitres of alcohol, but we might put a little more once we've mixed it all together. I grated everything, so I grated the zest, I grated the apple, I grated the nutmeg. So I didn't want, it says chopped apple on the recipe that I looked at, but I kind of think, well, if I've got the grater out, I might as well just grate it, you know, and we're going to scrunch it all together anyway. So yeah, I'll just have to wash my hands if I need to add some more alcohol, but there might be a bit too much fat in this. There might be too much suet, but we'll see. But if we mix it all together, I had to use a bigger bowl. That looks like it's going to be too much fat. We'll see. Well, the scrunch it all together. It smells good. And I'll kind of decide if I need any more than that. I think it looks like there's too much suet in that. I think we could do with putting another Christmas pudding in there. Yeah, we'll put another Christmas pudding in. I don't know. It's kind of gone like mincemeat, you see. But do I need more than that for the... Yeah, I need a bit more. I need a bit more. So I'm going to have to chop up another Christmas pudding to go in this. But we'll leave that at that amount of fat. We'll grate in another apple, and we'll put in another 100 millilitres of alcohol, I think. But that's... How does that taste? Like mincemeat. Who'd have guessed it? Who would have guessed it? Well, me. Because I've only got something like that. So, well, I'll do another one and put a bit more apple in, and then we'll mix it up. Now I think that's a little bit too much fat. Yeah, I think that's too much fat. Right, so another apple and then another 600 grams worth of Christmas cake. Christmas pudding, not Christmas cake. Oh, that's looking. Still might be a bit too much fat in there. So I cubed up the Christmas pudding, but not entirely. Don't really kind of need to do it because you're going to scrunch it all together anyway. But you still need to cut it up some because it's quite tough, this Christmas pudding, so to actually mash it up in your hands without cutting it beforehand would be difficult. That looks better. Just need to think about, might even need another one. I'm trying to judge, so I need to make two. Possibly. That might be a bit. Depends what size of tarts I'm going to make with this with. Right, so hands are clean. Let's give it a taste. No, it's good. It's good. It just needs a little bit more lemon juice. So I reckon the zest of 2 lemons, the juice of 2 lemons, 200 millilitres worth of alcohol, 3 apples, 1.8 kilos of Christmas pudding, a nutmeg, and was that everything I put in? Oh yeah, and about 300 grams worth of vegetable suet or beef suet, whichever you kind of fancy. But that's, so yeah, I'm not going to clean my hands, so I'll just taste it again. It will taste better tomorrow. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Yeah, that works. So I'll cook a little bit of it when I've got some pastry, and we'll see how it turns out. Right, so I had a little bit of pastry, so I've just made a little bit of pasty and put some of the fake mincemeat in. Looks alright, doesn't it? It's going to be a bit hot, isn't it? I'm going to burn myself. So it's held together well. It's not gone too soft or anything like that. So, how does it taste? Hot. Does it taste like a mince pie. That's what it does. Yes, it does. So, if you're ever a bit short, if you ever want to know what to do with some leftover Christmas pudding, and you haven't had enough of mince pies before Christmas, you can turn it into a mincemeat for mince pies. Also, you can put it into your cake as well, so just kind of chop it up and stir it into your cake, but that works rather kind of well. So I'll put the recipe in the description. I can't imagine that anyone would ever use it or think about it, but if you've got a like I think you can sometimes end up with a Christmas pudding at the back of the cupboard. You know, like someone kind of guests come and they bring a Christmas pudding, and you end up buying two, or you know, there's some kind of you buy it and no one wants to kind of eat it, so you don't end up cooking it because there's other nicer things that you've cooked for Christmas Day. Just a bit of a thinking outside the box type of thing. That's lovely, is that? I'm going to get away with serving up fake mincemeat at a function. A success.